yourself something funky.
Boom, and it's me. We're back for another evening of the Spice Freak, and we're going to find out what the boss, Corin Sloss, has in store for us. It's him.
Ah, you can't do it right.
You got it right this time
when you try to point at me.
Yeah, you got it right. I got it wrong. Okay, don't rub it in. Right.
Oh, I will.
Big zoom. Ah, see, I got it that time.
That time.
No, we're going to go out with a big zoom. It doesn't look right. There we go. No, because I'm going to get it wrong again. Yeah, there we go. See, I can do it.
But if you try too hard, you end up just disappearing your hands.
I do. You're right.
See? You can't point at me like I can point at you.
I'll stop having this face off.
Yeah.
Anyway, evening, Charlie, dude. Adele's doing
Evening,
some tagging there. Stu will jump in and do a bit more. And other than that, what you got in your lot?
Well, first thing I wanted to talk about is, do you remember this fire candy we had?
I don't think I do.
So it may have been on the last video, or it may have been the one before. I don't fully remember.
Me. Describe it.
But it's sweetened pickled jalapenos, but
yes,
blended
I do.
into the sauce.
Yes, I do remember.
With a little bit more sugar and vinegar to give it kind of a sweet and sour vibe, but also still very much green chili.
Yeah. See, show me an empty bottle where I can't actually see the sauce inside. It's very, very difficult for me to remember.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've run out of it already. It's been pretty quick.
That went down quick.
Yeah.
What did you actually use it on?
Mostly tacos, but also just every now and then when I had some of the salsa left over, threw that on a pizza, threw this on with it. It was gorgeous stuff. It just really goes well with a nice fresh salsa. Or even one that's been cooked onto the pizza. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that.
Obviously a winner.
And that's from Tubby Tom's, if you're not aware.
There you go. Tubby Tom's Fiery Candy.
Just fire candy, but yeah.
Or Fire Candy.
That was that. And then we've got a very weird find. Oh, my camera doesn't like these. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, you got them too?
Corin, don't do it. They're horrible.
They're not horrible.
They're horrible.
I want to see what you think of them.
Oh, come on, they can't be that bad. They're Doritos flavor. They can't be much worse than...
I'm well over the moon.
Jeez, James, no. That's Tubby Tom.
You've just made my day there, dude. Adele says these are horrible and I disagree with her.
That's Tubby Tom. That is not Hitler on a bottle.
You must be reading something I can't see. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what he's meaning. You mean looking at the picture. Now that's Tubby Tom. Yeah, so back to these.
They look about the same there. Is there anything fancy in these? And a potato base and cooking sunflower oil. The chili heatwave seasoning contains sugar, acidity regulators, sodium acetate, citric acid, malic acid, flavorings, salt, onion powder, potassium chloride, garlic powder, molasses powder, and color, which is paprika extract. So, nothing too exciting. Looks like a normal crisp. Yeah, you know what? I should have expected that, but that does taste like mild chili heatwave flavoring on a crisp. It is a little bit of a different flavor because it's crisp rather than corn. It's potato.
Tastes more tangy.
Yeah, it does actually. They probably put a little bit more of the acidity on there.
The Corin had the Doritos.
I actually prefer these. I can't eat the Doritos.
The Doritos are better.
But these, I think they're actually quite nice, and they're just a bit more tangy than the Doritos.
No,
I can see the appeal, but it's got to be the Doritos for me.
Luke prefer the Doritos.
Yes! Good lad!
I lost again. Either way, it was a good excuse to sit and eat a packet of crisps.
Oh. Look how orange. Actually, you can't really see because the camera's doing funny stuff. But look how orange that is. Tell you what. Comparison. Nah, it's not doing it.
Some of them are a lot more orange than others.
Yeah, some of them are definitely better seasoned. But yeah. They're not bad.
For people like me that don't have the teeth to actually chew on Doritos,
They don't like them, so compare them.
these are good because I can actually just push them on the roof of my mouth with my tongue and
Yeah, I can see how if you've got less chewing ability or just generally don't like the sharpness of corn triangles. Thanks, Simon.
I finally got to try something at the same time as you. That was good.
Yeah, I don't know why
Adele.
Adele doesn't like them, but at the same time, they're just alright.
Adele actually said they were hotter than the originals.
I never said that it hits you quicker than the originals.
The heat hits quicker than the originals.
Might be due to the higher acidity.
Could be. Anybody that likes acidic things.
Honestly, though, neither's very hot, so
Not really. But yeah.
not really all that fast. Right. Then we
Where would
have.
you-
Oh,
Where
go
would you
on.
rate them as how well you like them? Would you buy them again as a snack?
No.
I'd say solid 6, 6.5. They're not amazing, but they're quite nice. I would choose them over some crisp flavors, not over others.
That's my
Give me a
opinion.
nice cheese and onion or something. That comes first, but
For me, prawn cocktail or Worcestershire sauce would come first. These would be right behind them.
prawn cocktail depends on the brand. Some are too fishy for me. But I do quite like the ketchupy flavor of the Walker's ones. I don't like prawn cocktail. I just like some prawn cocktail crisps because they don't taste like prawn cocktail at all.
That's me the same. I don't like prawns. I've never actually had any that actually did taste fishy. So if you do know those brands, let me know so I can avoid them.
Ebrooks is the main one. Me.
Seabrooks, right? Oh, well, they're crinkle cut, aren't they?
Yeah,
Right,
and they're
well,
a great brand in general, but
I avoid crinkle cut crisps, so that's
they
why
just
I've
taste too
never
real.
had them.
I'm not gutted that they came in a multi-pack, Adele, but only because I was specifically sort of careful to check before I bought them. Because yeah, I can see how if you expected that to be a giant bag, and it turned out to be 6 tiny packets. Yeah,
Annie, if you really do love prawns, don't try prawn cocktail crisps because 90% of them taste nothing like prawns.
yeah. Seabrooks are most likely to taste like prawns, but even then, only a little bit, really.
One of my
Anyway.
favourite prawn snacks is actually skips.
That's the only
Ah,
one
okay,
I
yeah,
like.
yeah, I see that.
I just like the way they just dissolve on your tongue. You put one in, it just goes poof.
Yeah, I don't like that. It dehydrates my tongue too much.
Right. What else you got tonight, dude?
Bye-bye.
Oh, we've got some Melvin Willie.
Yep, Melvin goodness. Now, I was expecting this to be his Willy Vanilli, but apparently it's
Do you
2
go
other
to the
sauces
Willy
instead.
sauce?
So which do you think I should try first, the Little Willy or the One-Eyed Willy?
Go for the Little Willie first. You should always go with the Little Willie first.
That's mine. I must
Okay.
have got lost in the post.
This is tomatoes, onions, tomato puree, Tilly's chilies, which he's not going to state variety of, red pepper, brown sugar, vinegar, tandoori powder, garlic, paprika, turmeric, and mixed herbs.
This, I think, as a non-commercial sauce, this is actually Adele's favourite sauce in the whole world. It beats other sauces hands down. It isn't even in production.
Come on. Come on. Thick and ketchupy consistency, but has a few blobs in it. It's not smooth.
I must point out it's also had a name change. It's now called Little Willie.
Yeah,
because
that's what
all
I
the
said.
ingredients. I see. It used to be Little Willie.
Does he actually get all the ingredients from Lidl?
All the ingredients came from Lidl apart from the chilies.
Apart from the chilies, okay.
Don't see who you are, Facebook user, but evening.
Adam Robertson.
Evening, Adam.
So quite peppery up front in a bell pepper kind of way. Then the tandoori spices really hit you, and then in comes the heat. And that is significantly hotter than I was expecting. It's probably just around a habanero sauce kind of level, but there is a surprising heat to that.
It's a mixture of his own chilies that he grows, I believe.
I mean, that's what chilies would suggest. I'm going to have a little bit more. See if I have anything else to say about it.
Adele just says if you decide you don't like it after that spoonful, she'll take it off your hands. Just send it her way.
We'll see. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a darker, richer note to it. Not quite brown sauce, though, and definitely not nearly as strongly that as brown sauce. It probably is just the way the tomatoes are cooked.
It's funny you mentioned brown sauce because Adele actually uses this on anything like a sausage sandwich, bacon, breakfast.
Yeah, I can see that.
When she gets this, it basically gets used on virtually everything. And yeah, anywhere where you would normally use a brown or a sauce or a ketchup.
So it is a bit too bell peppery for me. I'm not that into it, but I can see why it would find those uses. I can see why if you're more into that sort of flavor, then it'd be great.
Oh,
I will see what my dad thinks of it, and then we will see. Maybe it will go Adele's way.
She has been even known to threaten Kevin Tilley on occasions to make him make more.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, Kevin just offers to make me some because he loves me.
So I'm going to have a little bit of a drink.
You wet your whistle and wash out that palate.
Yep. Get a better idea of what the one-eyed Willie's like. This is tomatoes, peppers, chilies again. This one has honey and paprika, and then cider vinegar, dark brown sugar, garlic, and cranberry juice of all things. I'm expecting this to be mildly astringent. We shall see. A little bit thinner than the last, but takes just as long to come out.
I actually like
Similar
the pour
dark
on
color
that.
to it.
Which one is it?
It looked like an easy to control pour. This is the one-eyed Willie.
Ooh.
I've got this one. I've got fizzy Willie, I think.
So the chili is sour and sharp and will probably really hit me in a minute or two. But the first thing that comes through is actually sweet and fruity, and the cranberry does a number on this one. It is great.
Kevin's just says this one is very, very hot and made for giggles at barbecues.
Yeah, it's growing. And it's largely a back of the mouth throat kind of burn. Yep, there's your first hiccup.
Ooh. It was interesting that you picked up all the flavours first before the heat even came anywhere close.
Well, I got the fruit. I got the fruity barbecue element straight out of the gate, and then that sour, super hot chili note came through almost immediately after, so I knew it was going to be hot. But yeah, it gave me a long time to talk about it first.
Sounds like it belongs on something gamey, like some duck or something like that.
Duck, I could definitely see.
We've never had a duck challenge. Duck's too expensive.
Oh.
Do a rubber challenge. I've got some of them in the freezer.
Not everybody eats that.
I mean, alternatively, how's rabbit? Because rabbit, I understand, is pretty gamey.
Rabbit is pretty gamey, and I can see how it might make rabbit a bit more exciting. It's definitely hotter than you were expecting.
A lot.
Kevin did say that it's for barbecues for giggles.
Yeah, but I only saw that as I was eating it.
Annie Boyle loves duck. This one could be right up your street.
Yeah, this is definitely a very nice barbecue sauce. It's just also got a very slow, very strong heat to it.
Most Chinese does duck stew, but I wouldn't put any hot sauce on your duck from the Chinese. I'd enjoy it as it comes from the Chinese.
With the hoisin sauce.
The hoisin sauce and other bits and bobs, and the little spring onions.
But yeah, that was definitely my favorite of the pair. I really like this one.
Actually, thinking about that, a couple of drops of that could give it a bit of a. It could actually be worth doing it when you're ordering from a Chinese too.
I'm wondering how much the cranberry would amplify any plum in there.
Oh, I think somebody needs to do an experiment with this one.
Quite possibly. Mix of super hots and Baccatum. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I definitely got the super hots, but I didn't really pick up on the Baccatum so much.
That's because it's 60% super hots.
Probably.
Somebody's asking
that one?
if the Chili Project still do their hoisin's type sauce.
I know they do some good stuff.
I'm not sure if
I
they
need to
still
place an
do
order
it, but
from them.
I was going to say, if they do get enough interest, he does rejuvenate recipes from time to time too.
They have a Louisiana-style one, sort of vaguely Tabasco-y, but with more of the pepper.
Right. Kevin Tilly there
And
just
it's
says
Scotch bonnet-based with a hint of pineapple.
the sauce that you've just seen, he has quite a few bottles there. Hit him up. He'll arrange somewhere where you can trade, exchange, whatever, and go and test out our duck theory. And
Yeah, do. If you like a good amount of heat, this is glorious barbecue.
there you go. Perfect barbecue for those that really do like a lot of heat.
Yeah. Those who want something more family-friendly, I'd stay away from it, but...
Or make sure you only add little drops.
Yeah, I guess you could use it to amp up another barbecue, couldn't you?
To amp up something else that you've... Yeah.
But it's definitely one to be careful with if you're not used to the high heats, but...
Yeah.
It
comes with a little warning label saying, little Chilli-heads, be careful.
Yeah. Well, it should. Yeah, I also need... Yeah, as I was saying, need to go on the Chili Project website sometime soon, because they're doing a limited edition Fatali version of their... what's normally their Scotch bonnet pineapple sauce. And
I
the original,
saw that today. It's a fermented one, isn't it?
yeah, and the original is an absolutely gorgeous one. I throw that over all sorts of things. I'm quite fond of it on pizza, but I also really like it just mixed into hummus.
Oh, limited edition Amared, isn't it?
When I saw it today, I was in the car running from supermarket to supermarket. We were doing a couple of errands, and I completely forgot about it until you just mentioned. Then it did actually catch my eye because it's a fermented sauce from the Chili Project, and like you say, it's done with the Fatali. And my favourite chili is the Fatali.
Well, yeah, I really like the Vitali. I really like the base sauce. There is no way I'm not going to thoroughly enjoy that.
Looks like we might have to test something out together.
So yeah, I need to place an order for that one.
See if I have a little scab or something on my knee there.
Well, I've still got a few crisps left, so.
I've still got a couple of crisps left. You're eating crisps, I'm eating crisps. You eat them a lot faster than I can.
I have all my teeth. But yeah, that's all I've got to show this week, I'm afraid. Fair enough, Simon. The crisps, not bad, but nothing stand out, I don't think. Oh, Luciano, on the other hand, really likes them. The fire candy, wonderful with salsa. Would thoroughly recommend. Hence why I've run out already.
The Ark.
Little Willy, not my thing, but if you like the idea of a peppery, not quite brown sauce, give it a go. And the One-Eyed Willy, very hot, very tasty, wonderfully fruity barbecue type sauce. Definitely a goodie. And yeah, hit up Kevin Tilley if you can to get some.
Yes, Annie. What you know as chips, we know as crisps. What you know as fries, we have a fatter version. We know them as chips.
Yeah, weirdly, though, Doritos, those are still tortilla chips.
They are tortilla chips, yeah.
Even though you make them out of potatoes, suddenly they're crisp.
Chips.
It makes no sense.
We're English. We're English. We don't have to make sense.
Bring this up to the camera. It does actually say crisps on the packet.
It does. Now I'll pick the packet up and have some more.
So there you go. No potatoes, then we might have to look up the regular Doritos because these are very potato based, but those are not.
And you can't eat potatoes. Didn't know that.
Or at the very least doesn't for some reason.
Oh.
I'm sorry, James. I try to make it, but, well, last week I had a card game tournament, and the week before, Luciano was enjoying Father's Day.
What he means by that is I was too drunk to come to the computer and make sense.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't going to say it.
I know, but it was just easy for me to just admit to it. Everybody knows what happened. Right then, dude.
Yep.
I'm going to go like a magic dragon and go.
Okay, well, I've already done my overview of everything I've got, so I guess it's just time for me to say goodbye, and we'll see you again next week.
Loves.